होमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं राधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य तोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 29, verse number 1. So in the previous chapter we studied how Sri Krishna gave the experience of Brahman and Vaikuntha to Brajvasis on their request. And now in this chapter a new topic begins, and that is the topic of Krishna having his Rāsa-līlā with gopis. So there are 5 chapters which are considered as the 5 pranas of Krishna in Bhāgavatam. The heart of Bhāgavatam. Bhāgavatam is Nigam Kalpataror Galitam Phalam. So it is the mature or ripened fruit of the tree of Kalpataru of the Veda. And among the fruit also these 5 are the essence of that fruit. Because Bhagavatam's purpose is to establish Param Dharma, Nirmatsaranam Satam, that highest Dharma, which is Raganuga Bhakti. So that is what is depicted here, because Raganuga Bhakti means following in the footsteps of the Ragatmika Bhaktas. And the highest Ragatmika Bhaktas are the Gopis of Vrindavan. So how they are devoted to Krishna, that is understood only from them. Otherwise, it is not possible to understand Uttama Bhakti without understanding the mood of the Gopis, which is specifically depicted in these 5 chapters. So this is also heart of Krishna. If you think that he has a heart, because Krishna is called Rasik Sekhar or Rasraj. So he is the relisher of rasa, therefore his heart is with gopis, or in his heart are the gopis, or he is in the heart of the gopis. This is what he relishes most, and this is what is being described here in these 5 chapters. So rasa means rasanam samuha. Rasa also is a type of dance which is called rasa, but here it means the conglomeration or group of rasas which Krishna enjoys with the gopis. And rasa is which is manifest in the combination of vibhav, anubhav, sanchari, sanyogad ras nispatti. And Krishna is called Rasovaisa in the Upanishad. Rasam hi labdva, rasam hi eva labdva anandi bhavati. So this is Ananda. This is the highest manifestation, and it is very difficult to understand this Leela of Krishna, because it is beyond any tinge of kama or material desire or what is known relationship between boy and girl. So unless one becomes free from that, it is not possible to understand it. That's why even King Parikshit, although he understands, he posed this question that Krishna is Yadupati, he is the Dharma Setu, so why is that he behaved in this manner? Pardarabhimarshanam. So natural question comes because people have concept of God, because God comes to set up dharma here, to propagate dharma, so he must be most dharmic. As Parikshit Maharaj himself says that he is Dharma Setu. So then why he behaved seemingly a dharmic manner? So it is not a dharmic manner, but it is the highest dharma, Projita Katava, which is the proclamation of Vyasa in the very beginning, Dharma Projita Kaitavatra Paramo. And it can be understood only by people who are Nirmatsara and Sat, who are free from Matsarya, and which obviously signifies everything else. And also who are having a heart. Sat means compassionate, who are samajikas, who are rasikas. So pibata Bhāgavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. This question was asked in the very beginning of Bhāgavatam by Shaunaka Rishi. That's how he started. Tvaya khalu puranani setihasani chanagha akhyatanya padhitani dharma shastrani yani yuta yani ved vidam shreshto bhagavan bhadrani annecha muniya sutta parabara vidovidi vedtatam soumya tat sarvam tattastadanugrahat bhuj snigdasya sishrasya guruvo bhima puta. Tatra tatra ansa isman bhavataya devinaschitam pumsham ekantata shreya tanna sansitam rahasya. So ekantata shreya, that is what he wanted to know. First he glorifies Sut Goswami that you know all the Puranas, Itihasas and whatever else, Itihas, Puran, and known to the other great sages, other munis, because you have studied from your Guru Śrīmad-Bhāgavata Goswami, and you know the rahasya, you know the secret. So what is that conclusion of that, and what is that which is one thing which is the highest shreyas? Ekantata shreya means the ultimate. Ekanta means the ultimate. So that is what we would like to know. So that is the Ekanta Shreya. Because Ekantata Shreya means, it also means what is the Abhidheya for that, and what is the process, and what is the fruit, Prayojana. So that is being described here, although it was described earlier also, but here comes the topmost outcome of that. So, there are many things to be executed, but they wanted to know what is that one thing which gives complete satisfaction. Bruhina Shraddha Dhananam Yenatma Samprasidhati, that Atma becomes completely satisfied. So Atma is also the word used for Paramatma, for Bhagavan. Means even he becomes completely satisfied, not only the Jivatma but also Krishna. So even Krishna, although he is called Atmarama, Atmarama means one who takes pleasure in one's own Atma. But in case of Krishna, how is that possible to take pleasure in Atma? Because Atma vai sarvam abhut. Sarvam khalu idam brahma vasudeva sarvamiti. Savashamidam sarvam. He is Atma, everything. He himself is everything. Atma signifies that which is different from everything else. That is what is called Atma. That is what gives us our identity, where we have the sense of I, asmadartha. Right? So this is the object. Atma is the referent of the word asmat, which is in Sanskrit I. But in case of Krishna, there is nothing other than I. Is I. Aham Atma Gudakesha. So what would be the meaning for him to have Atma Ramatva? So he enjoys with himself. Sa ekaki naram te ekoham bahusyam. So it is he who himself manifests in this way. And then he enjoys himself. So yesterday we were talking about how can you know yourself. There is a kartri karma virod, so it is not here. So he is enjoying his own lila, and therefore it should not be misunderstood as we think, because sometimes the word kama is used also for prema. Prema eva go pramanam kama iti prathama gamat. So for the gopis, prema itself is called kama, because externally it appears like that. But it is prema. So these 5 chapters, they also describe that he enjoys in 5 ways, and so many explanations. There are maximum number of commentaries available on this. Some people have written commentaries on the whole Bhāgavatam, some have written only on 10th Canto, some have written only on the half of the 10th Canto, the Purvardha. Some have written only on these 5 chapters. So many wonderful commentaries are available. If you start reading all the commentaries, we can read this for the rest of our lives. Because it is amazing how these words of Bhāgavatam can have so many meanings, and how different people come out with different explanations, different angle. But as far as we are concerned, these are the highest manifestation of Uttama Bhakti. So that's how our Acharyas explain it. So we will read only Vishnu Chakravarti because otherwise it takes too much time to read others. So the first sloka, Sri Sukha Uvacha, Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, Bhagavan api taratrihi Sharadautfalla mallikaha Utfulla mallikaha Viksharantum manaschakre Yogamayam upashritaha. So Krishna was about 8-year-old at this time, because we read earlier in chapter 26 or 27, where it was said that he was 7 years old when he lifted Govardhan. And next year he did Rāsa-līlā. So he is about 8 years. He was born in the month of Bhadra, so about 8 years, 2 months. This is the Purnima, as commentator will also explain, of the Kartik. Oh no, last one. Yeah, this is before Kartik. So he was quite young, but he is shown as a youth, 8 years, just a child. But that's how he is. So he is Bhagavan. So Bhagavan means who is complete in himself, who has got all the Aishwarya, which means he has no need for anything. And yet he also, Bhagavan api. If somebody else desires to enjoy, then one can understand that the person has a need for it, lacking something. But Bhagavan is complete in himself. So therefore he said, even Bhagavan. Taratrihi sarada utfulla mallikaha viksha. So he saw the nights. Can you see night? So he saw night, not he saw night, he saw nights. Can you see 2 nights simultaneously? No, he saw. So many nights were put together, because every night wanted to come and be part of it. Nobody wanted to miss it. So all the nights of one kalpa, because every day there is one night, right? And there is a day and night, then there is fortnight, then there is a month, then there are 12 months, then there are years, then there is a cycle of 60 years, then there is yugas, and then there are chatur-yugas. So all the nights, they all came together. So that's why plural is used. So Bhagavan saw them, because earlier he has promised to gopis when he stole their clothes. And then he said that I will fulfill your desire soon. Right? Yata bala vrajam siddha maye maram satakshapa. So he promised to them that, oh young girls, you go to Vraj now. You are perfected and I will fulfill your wish in some future nights. So these are those nights which he has promised. So Viksha Rantum Manaschakre. And then the night is full, it is a Sharad night. So if you want to enjoy, you need a proper place, proper time, proper atmosphere. So place is Vrindavan, time is night, and atmosphere is that nice flowers blooming, Mallika flowers. Sharadat full Mallika, although Mallika flowers don't come in the Sharad, they come in the summertime, but they are there. So these are all Uddipan Vibhavas. So he saw them, and then Rantum Manas Chakra. So he created mind. He is a creator, right? So he did not have mind before. So he made his mind. And you say, made up your mind? So it means he actually created it. In English you have creation, it comes from Kri Dhatu. It's cognate with Kri, right? So it's Chakra. And Chakra is in Atmane Pada. Because Kri Dhatu is Vibhapadi. So Parasmay Padi is when you want to do something for others' benefit. And Chakra is in Atmane Pada. So he actually don't think that he wanted to just give happiness to the gopis. He wanted to enjoy himself. Just like Vyasadeva, it is said when he sat down in Samadhi, then Lokasya Janato Vidvans Chakre Satvat Samhita. So Sri Vyasadeva made this Satvat Samhita Bhagavat Purana. But he also uses Atmanipadi. So same meaning is in English is same. Chakra or Chakara, it simply means made. But this cannot be translated in English. You have to know the distinction only from Sanskrit. So there also Vyasa made Bhagavatam for himself. Generally, author writes books for others, right? But Vyasa wrote Bhagavatam for himself because he himself was dissatisfied after doing everything. Right? So Tulsidas writes like that. Swanta Sukhaya says, I am writing this Ramcharitmanas for my own pleasure. And others will get it. If Vyasa is getting pleasure from Bhagavatam, then why are we not going to get it? So therefore Krishna, he created mind, because mind, where is the Kama manifest? Kama is called Manasij or Manoj. Kama takes birth in the mind. So he wants to enjoy Kama. So first he has to have the father. If father is not there, how the son will come? Right? Actually, man is, sometimes you can say father, you can also say his grandfather. Because in mind comes Sankalpa, and from Sankalpa comes Kama. Bhagavad Gita says like that. Sankalpa is a Kama. So anyway, if before the Kama manifests, first mind has to be there. So Rantum means to enjoy. So he made the Sankalpa to enjoy, but before that he has to have mind, otherwise where will the Sankalpa? So that's why it says Manas Chakra. Made up mind. And Yoga Mayam Upashrita. So he is taking shelter of Yoga Maya. Krishna is taking shelter. He gives shelter to everybody. He is Sarva Ashraya Ashraya. He is the Ashraya of everyone, even those who are known as Ashraya, he is their Ashraya, or Swa-Ashraya Ashraya. But he is taking Ashraya of Yogamaya. So that means he is going to do things which are extraordinary. which are not within the reach of mind or logic or anything like that. And he does not want to keep control, because then he has to use his mind, that Yogamaya, you should do this, Yogamaya, go do this. He gives Yogamaya that you become, right? Like you give responsibility. Some big feast is there, so you give the responsibility. You take care of the guest, like when Yudhishthira Maharaj did Rāsa-līlā. So different people were made in charge of different things. So in like that, Krishna is making Yogamaya in charge of Rāsa-līlā. That whatever is necessary, you make arrangements for that. So Yogamayam upashritaya. Although he is Bhagavan, so api can be applied everywhere. Vikshapi, rantumapi, manaschakreapi, Yogamaya upashrit. So this sloka is very simple. There is nothing complicated in it. But you will see some lengthy explanations. Vishwanath Chakravarti is actually not that lengthy. Vaishnava Toshni, I think, is much bigger in this. So everybody does a special Mangalacharan before giving explanation of this Rāsa-līlā, because it's not understood with material mind. It can be understood only by the grace of the gopis. So all acharyas, all commentators, they all write special Mangalacharan before they write commentary on these 5 chapters. Sri Rama Krishna Ganga Charana Charanan Natva Guru Premnaha Srila Narottam Natha Shri Gauranga Prabhum Naumi. So he first bowed down to his lineage Guru. So Sri Rama is referring to Radharaman, his Guru, then Krishna is Krishna Charan, and then Ganga Charan is Paratpar Guru. So bow down to them, Gurun, Uru Premna, who are all full of prema or with great love and affection. I bow down to them. And then also Srila Narottama. So Sri Narottam Das Thakur, because Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comes in that line. And also Natha here is Loknath. So Narottam Natha, Natha is Loknatha. And then Sri Gauranga Prabhum Naumi. So I pray, I praise. This Naumi is not bowing down, it is Stuti. No dhatu. So I do Stuti to them, Prarthana to them. Sri Gauranga Prabhu. And then again, Pranamya Sri Gurum Bhuya Sri Krishnam Karunarnavam Lokanatham Jagat Chakshu Sri Shukam Tam Upashraye. Again, I bow down to Guru again and again, and also to Sri Krishna, who is the ocean of compassion, and to Sukdev Goswami, who is the Loknath. Loknath can also be Loknath, but can be applied to him, who is the eye of the universe. I take shelter of him because he is the speaker. Goparama jana prana preyasyati prabhushnave tadiya priya dasyaya mam madiyam maham dade. So Goparama jana prana preyase ati prabhushnave, who is most dear and the very life of the gopis, who is most powerful. I surrender myself and everything which belongs to me to him for, or to his dasya, for his servitorship. अथ पंचभिरध्याये पंच प्राण समैर मुनि रासम प्राह हरेर सर्व लीला संपत शिरोमणि. So now in these 5 chapters, Mahamuni Sri Sukdev Goswami, he will describe Rāsa-līlā, and these 5 chapters are like the 5 pranas of Hari, and this is like Sarva Leela Sampat Shiromani. This is the crest jewel of the wealth in the form of all pastimes of Krishna. So Krishna has performed so many pastimes, but this Rāsa-līlā is the acme, it's the highest pastime. Raso jayati yaddatta saubhagya gopayoshitah dharastha dhari chakruhu sarvordhastham ramamapi. Then he glorifies Rāsa-līlā itself, that this rasa is glorious. Yaddatta saubhagya, being fortunate because of this rasa, the women, the gopis, dharastha adhri chakruhu sarvordhastham ramamapi. They brought down Rama on the earth, or means they threw her down, means it also means that they became superior to her. Who is Rama is considered as sarvordhastham ramamapi. She is considered as the highest divinity. So they adhari chakru, put her down. Unatrinshay venunada parushya vishavaršanam gopika chatakeshvabhi kridantarjhischa varnate. So in this 29th chapter there is a description of the rain of poison, very harsh poison in the form of Krishna's sound of flute. So he is going to shower poison which will intoxicate the gopis, make them completely mad. Poison goes into your body, you lose your sense. So this is what he will do. So Venunada Parushya Vishvarshanam and Gopika Chataki Shuvabhi, and Gopikas they are conceived compared to the Chatak bird who drinks that Swati Nakshatra, right? Drinks rainwater from the Swati Nakshatra. If it rains in that nakshatra, that is the only water they drink. So they are drinking this rainwater coming from the flute of Krishna. And then Krishna will disappear in this chapter. That's how the chapter ends. So Abhi Kridantardhischa. So there is playing with the gopis and then his disappearance. This is what is described in this chapter. So that is the introduction he gives. Then he explains the sloka. Iha khalu shapta varsha vayasi vartamanena bhagavata kartikasya amavashyayam karmavadau thapanena indra makha bhanga krita. So he is giving little historical facts. That Krishna was 7-year-old, about 7 years, 2 months, when on the Amavasya, no moon day of Kartik, month of Kartik, he wanted to uproot this Karmavad or Purnimansa and establish pure bhakti. So that's when he stopped the yajna done for Indra. And then Tat Shukla Pratipadi Govardhan Makhotsava. So on the no moon, that is Amavasya, that is Deepavali, that is he lifted Govardhan. And then, no, he stopped the yajna. That was the day the yajna was to be done. And the next day, then Indra sent heavy rain, so he lifted Govardhan. Not lifted Govardhan, but he did Govardhan Puja. So Indra yajna was supposed to be done on Amavasya, no moon day. He stopped that. Instead he used the samagri for worshipping Govardhan on Pratipada, the first day in the bright fortnight. Then Dutiyayam Yamuna Tire Bhratri Dutiya Bhojanotsava. The next day is called Yam Dutiya or Bhaiya Dooj here in Hindi. So that is the day when Yamaraj has visited Yamuna, and then he blessed that if brother and sister will come and take dip in Yamuna that day, they will not see me. So that day, brother and sister go to Vishram Ghat in Mathura and take dip in Yamuna. And sister worships the brother or brother visits. So it is a festival. So although he says that it is not described here, but it should be understood. Sri Munindrena avarnito api, yeah, because it's tradition here. Tatraiva varnita Indra kopoktayascha tritiyam arabhya navi. Then Indra got upset and he created trouble on second day. So on the third day, till Navami, Krishna lifted Govardhan hill to protect them. Dasmyam Gopanam Vishma Katha Bahulyam. On 10th, Govardhan down, and everybody went back and everybody is talking about Govardhan-līlā. Then on Ekadashi was Govinda Abhishek, means it was the fasting day. And then Dwadasi Varunaloka Gamanam. On Dwadasi, Nanda Maharaj went to Varuna. On Ekadashi, Indra came and did the Abhishek with Surabhi. So that is the Govinda Abhishek. On Dwadasi, Nanda Maharaj was kidnapped, and then Krishna went to get him. And then on Purnamasi, he showed them the Brahman in Vaikuntha. So many things happen in this particular fortnight of Kartik. Tatasya Sharadaha Samaptatvat Tadutray Varshe. Then the Sharad was over. In the next year, Ashtavarsha Vayastve Sati Ashwin Purnimayam Rasotsava. So then Ashwin comes before Kartik. So in that month, on Purnima, means beginning of Kartik, he did his Rāsa-līlā. So that is the time, 8-year-old. Sarva-līlā Utsav Mukutmanistam. And this Rasotsava, this Rasa festival is the crest jewel of all the festivals of Krishna. So Tam Vaktum Arabhate. So Sukadeva Goswami begins to describe this Bhagavanati Taratri. So Sadashwarya Purnopi Rantum Manaschakre. So although he is complete, he is replete with 6 Aishwaryas, still he decided to enjoy and made up his mind. Ramanasya Uddipan Alambananam Kaladesha Patranam. So to enjoy you need proper time, proper place, proper people. There is no festival if you are alone. Festival means many people, a lot of food and music, right? That's what festival is. People, food, music. So for that there has to be proper time, proper place, proper people who know the music, who know singing, dancing. Not that you play kartal here, there. So therefore Kalades Patranam. So that is being described. So Kal is Sharad Yamini, it is night of Sharad Ritu. It's neither too hot nor cold. It's the autumn, what you call fall. And Vrindavan is the place, that is the best place, forest area, right? So no pollution, no noise, no fear of anything, quiet. And Vrajvanitanam, and the damsels of Braja. Sarvot Krishna Madhuryena Akrishtattvaditi Bhava. So that means Krishna was attracted by all this. He was attracted by Vrindavan, attracted by gopis, attracted by the time and place and all this. Because everything was so loving and sweet. Satkoti Vilasini Nam Ujjwal Ras Chintamani Nam Swashwarya Saundarya Swakumarya Saurabhya Madhurya Vaidhagya Taurya Trikani Bahuvidhani Param Ruchirani Sviya Srotradi Indriya Jighrikshu Sviya Swashwaryadini Tadiya Srotradi Bhista Jigrahishuscha Babhuva Prem Vashyatvad Ekasyam Eva Rajanyam Avyavdhanena Yada Tada Satya Sankalpta Shaktya Preritaya Yoga Maya Durghatan Ghatan Apatiyasyaha Shaktya Prahar Chatushtya Vatya Antasya Eva Ratrar Madhye Tavad Vilasa Samapyutriha Parasatkoti Ratriha Aniya Darshita Tevata Ratri Vikshati Bahuvach. So this is a little bit long sentence. So first he is describing the gopis. So it says Satkoti Vilasaninam. There were about how many? 1 koti is 10 million and multiplied by 100, 1000 million. So 1000 million is 1 billion, right? So it's 10% of the population of the world. At present there are about 7 billion or how many are there? I think 7. So it says Shatakoti Vilasani Nam Ujjwal Ras Chintamani Nam. So they are the Chintamani, the transcendental gems of Ujjwal Ras. Ujjwal Ras means this prema, Madhurya, Madhurya Bhav. Means they are absolutely pure. And he wanted to relish their swashwarya, means their sweet voice, saundarya, their physical beauty, sakumarya, their tenderness, saurabhya, their fragrance, and madhurya vaidhagya, and sweetness of their love, and taurya trikani, and also taurya trik. Taurya trik means nitya, gita and vadya, these 3 things called taurya trika. So dancing also goes along with singing, right? Without singing, no dancing. And singing goes with some musical instrument. So vadya. So playing of musical instruments, singing and dancing, that is of the gopis. So Bahuvidhani, in many ways, Param Ruchirani, which are wonderful. Sviya Shrotradi Indriya Jighrikshu. So he wanted to relish this with his own senses, such as ears, wanted to hear their singing, etc., see their beauty. And he also wanted them to relish his beauty, his singing, his sound, his dancing. Krishna was also singing. He was also playing flute, music, and he was also dancing. He is a nata. So nata means who can do all this. Who can sing, who can dance, can act. Natavar Bapu, Karnayo Karnikaram. So he is not only nata, he is a natavara. Natanambara, the best of the dancers. So Jigrahischa Babhuva, so that's how he became, that is the meaning that he wanted to enjoy. Prema vashyatvad ekashyam eva rajanyam avyavdhanine. And when you want to enjoy, what happens? That time passes very quickly. When you are suffering, time goes very slow, right? If we ask you that, stop your breath, then you look, then 1 minute looks very long. Hold your breath for 1 minute, then you will see how long is 1 minute. Otherwise we don't feel. Even 15 seconds start looking long, you have to hold your breath. If you have pain, then time becomes very slow. If you are enjoying, time goes very fast. Now imagine Krishna is enjoying. He is enjoying with so how quick the time will go. Time will disappear. It's like night and it will become morning. So quick. So what? We just began. So therefore he has to call all the nights. Otherwise how will he enjoy? So he called, this is the reason he called all the nights. So he says that in one night itself, prem vashyatvad ekashyameva rajanyam avyavdhanena. So in one night only he wanted to enjoy this out of love. Therefore yada tada satya sankalpta shaktya preritaya yogamaya, then by his satya sankalpta shakti means whatever he wishes it happens. That is the satya sankalpta shakti. So he inspired yogamaya, who can do impossible things. Durghat ghatana patiyasya shaktya prahar chatushtya vatyantasya eva ratro madhye tavad vilasamapintre parashatkoti ratrayani. So in the night which lasts for 4 praharas, 12 hours, in that all the nights, Satkoti, billion nights, were put into that one night. So all other people were having only normal night, he was having special night, so that he could realize that. So this is unbelievable. Atevata ratri vikshati bahuvachanam. So that's why the plural was used. Otherwise, what does it mean? He saw the nights. Night is only one. Not at one night you see only one night. How can you see too many nights in one night? So he can. So this is the beginning of night life. People are very fond of night life these days, right? And they say, oh, here there is no night life. People say that night life is in big cities. No, night life is here. This is the unimaginable night life. In Vrindavan, who can compare to night life of Vrindavan? 1 billion nights. Cannot imagine. So therefore, he saw all these Aniya Darshita. By Yogamaya brought all these nights, and Krishna looked at them and he said, yes, good. Now we can start. Because you have to have proper material before you start your festival. Not later on you say, oh, this is missing, why you didn't do this? I told you should do this. So this is all arrangement made already. So Brahma Ratra Upavritta iti agrepi vakshate. So later on also it will be said that Brahma Ratra means this was equal to the night of Brahma. So like one kalpa. So prasiddhartha tatpada upanyasat na gunavati riti ratri namutkarsha. So why he said taratri? Bhagavan api taratri. He saw the nights, but why those nights? So those here in Sanskrit, this is a way of saying when you want to say something who is well known. Then you say that Krishna, Sa Krishna, Sa Krishna Atragata, that Krishna is coming here. That does not mean that you mean like in English. It refers to the famous Krishna is coming here. When you want to say the famous Krishna is coming, say Sa Krishna Atragata. Like that. So like that, these nights were not only common nights, these are the nights which relish seeing Krishna's pastime. Other nights don't. So these are very special. Prasiddharth Tatpada Upanyasat. Nana Gunavati. All these nights have got various different qualities. Whatever was needed, more light, less light, so they will manifest like that. When he disappeared, less light. When they're dancing, more light. Flickering light, like they have in disco.
Disco lights.
Yeah, disco light. All this night light. So some nights are light nights, some nights are dark nights, some are medium nights. That's why it says Nana Gunavatiriti, Ratre Namutkarsha. Sharda Tabanta, Shardayam api Utfulla Mallikayasa. So actually the word is Sharat generally, it is Takaranta, but here it is used as Avanta, Sharda. Sharda Utfulla Mallika, it becomes Sharda Utfulla Mallika. Otherwise it would have been Sardut Utfulla Mallika. So it says it is Tabanta. Shardayam api Utfulla Mallika Yashuta. So Shardi api Mallika. So even in that season there were Mallika flowers. Not only Mallika but all the Kunda. Kunda is another white flower. Kunda Shraja Kulpate Riyavati Gandha iti Kundani api. When gopis were searching, they saw that we can feel the smell of the Kunda from the garland of Krishna. And Reme Tattarlanandi Kamala Amoda Vayuna. There it's also described the fragrance was coming, carrying the fragrance of the lotus flower. So now lotus blooms in the daytime, but this was blooming at night also. So this is a Yogamaya, Samashrata. Iti Pathe Shardadhyascha Utfulla Mallikascha Tarantu Marebhi Rene iti Utkriya. So in this season of Sharat, when all these various flowers were there, so Mallika flower were blooming, and it is indicative of all the types of fragrant flowers. So he began to enjoy them. Atmaramasya swateva purnkamasya bhagavatastasya vrajvanita suramnam bhahyam narvidambanam eva iti kaschid vyachakshite iti yatorantum manaschakrit yuktya ramanamidamantram eva natu bhahyam iti gyapata. Some people say that, well, Krishna is Atmarama, so what is there for him to enjoy? Right? Like some people say, what is there to give to God? He has everything. It is we who need. We should go and beg him. What is the point in going to temple and giving it to God? God already has everything. He's not hungry. If he is hungry, how can he be God? Can God be hungry? And what is the difference between him and us? Is he dependent on us or we are dependent on him? Krishna says surrender to him. Now you are saying go and give money to God. This makes no sense. So some people say that what is there? Krishna is Bhagavan, he is Atmaram. What is there that he has to enjoy? So this is just an external show. Internally he is Atmaram. He has no need for anything. Right? Otherwise how he can be called Atmaram? What is his Atmaramatva, his Atmaramness, if he also wants to enjoy? And then he falls down from his platform of being Atmaram. But he is called Achyuta, he cannot fall down. Even Jiva does not fall down, how can he fall down? So some people explain like that. So he says, no, that's not true. He himself enjoys. That's why he says, Manas Chakre. Rantum Manas Chakre. He made his mind to enjoy. Created. So he gave up the Atmaram mind. Because with Atmaram mind he cannot enjoy outside. Right? So therefore he made another mind. That's why he needed another mind. Why he made another mind? Because with Atmaram mind this cannot happen. So he creates one mind. And then the mind is Sankalpa. And from Sankalpat, Kama. And then he played flute. Vidya, Kam, Karma. Right? First Kama, then Karma. So he will do that. So therefore don't think that it was just external. He says, it is Ramanam idam antrameva. His enjoying was internal. Natu bahyam iti gyapitam. Not just external. Satyam antrameva idam ramanam kintu vrajsundrinam bhaktatvad tadanurodheneva iti kaschid vyachakshita iti yatas chakra iti atmane padam. Then some people say, oh yeah, okay, he enjoyed internally, but he did it because gopis wanted to enjoy. Therefore, to give pleasure to them, he did it. So he says, no, the word used here is chakra, which is in Atmane Padam, which means the benefit goes to him. So he manas chakra iti. Ramanam idam antram eva natu bahyam. So, Ramanasya svasukharthakatvam bodhayati. So therefore he enjoys for his pleasure. This is indicated by the Atmanepad. Tataschaitham bhut premano vraj sundaryo yattasu bhagavan svata sarvasukpuno pirantum manas chakre. So now somebody can say that, so what is this that Krishna wants to enjoy and for his own benefit? So he says, yes, this is the power of the gopis, Braj Sundaris. This is quite amazing. What is the amazing thing? He says, amazing thing is this, that earlier it is said that Atmaramascha munyo nirganthapi urukrame kurvanti ayatkim bhaktim itham bhut guno hari. That such are the qualities of Hari, Krishna, that even the Atmarama sages, they give up their Atmaramata and perform devotion to Krishna. That is Krishna. Means Krishna is so wonderful, so beautiful, so great, so amazing, captivating, that those Atmaramas like Sukdev, who have no desire for anything, they become attracted to him. Now this Krishna becomes attracted to gopis. So if Atmaramas will completely faint, they will not even understand. So this is the greatness of the gopis. That Atmaramas are not attracted to anything material. That was shown in the pastime of Sukadeva Goswami. Right? So he was going and his father, and he did not bother about these young girls who were naked, because he was vivikta drishti. So stripam bhudata na sutasya vivikta drishti. So Mano Prichati Jagdut Avasti Stripum Bhida Nasutasya Vivikta Drishti. He said that it is you who have this distinction, but your son is so elevated, he is completely sitting in the Brahman. So that person became attracted to Krishna, and Krishna is attracted to gopis, that he is making up the mind for that. That is the greatness of these gopis. That's what he wants to say here. He says, Tatascha itham bhut premano vraj sundaryo yattasu bhagwan. So he says that these gopis are so much full of love that it cannot be described, because the only thing which attracts Krishna is love. These gopis have so much love that Krishna becomes attracted to them. He wants to taste their love. That's why he has to come as Mahaprabhu. He tasted, but how much they are tasting, that he did not know. So then he has to take one full form just for that sake. So this is the greatness of gopis, that Krishna becomes bhakta. So tatascha itham bhut premano vraj sundaryo yattasu bhagavan swatah sukpurnopi rantum manaschakre. That these gopis are so excellent that Krishna, who is complete in himself, there is no place for him to hold more bliss. He is completely packed, dense, thick, anand ghan. Like you want to store bhusa, you have to completely pack it so that you can have more. So like that, Krishna is anand ghan, that you hit with hammer ananda in his body, so no more ananda can go there. Means the maximum possible ananda he has. And that anand ghan, Krishna wants to enjoy with gopis. So can anyone even think who they are? So itham bhuta guno hariti va tato vraj sundri namapi param utkarsha. So therefore that is the supremacy of Vraj Sundaris. So tatha sopi kashora kaviyo maniyan madhusudana reme tabhirame atma kshapasu kshapata hite iti. So he gives some slokas written by, this is from Vishnu Purana, that Krishna, who was Kashora, he enjoys with them with great respect in those nights. And Yuvatir Gop Kanyascha Ratro Sankalya Kalavit Kashorak Maniyana Satabhir Mamona. So he called the best knower of the time at night, these young gopis, and Maniyana, giving them great honor, he enjoyed with them. Iti Vishnu Puran Harivansho Maniyan Adritam Kurvan Ityartha. So in both slokas the word Maniyan is used, means honoring them. Tabhi saha vihara bhave sviya kashora vayo api avmanitam syadhateva uktam avyukta mahanubhave. The great learned devotees have said that without Krishna relishing with gopis, his kashora is not worth anything. It is disgraceful, avmanitam. His youth. So therefore they have read Kashoram Safli Karoti Kalayan Kunje Viharam Hari. I think this is Bilva Mangal Thakur. So he is making his Kashora as successful by enjoying with them in the Kunja. Iti sarvathaeva vrajvanita nam api utkarsho dhvanita. So from all these things, the greatness of Vraj Sundaris, the gopis, has been indicated. Atra cha ukta anuktam sarveti kritya sadhana artham aha yog mayam sviya chintya shakti vrittim. And then all the things which have been said or not said, how they are arranged, how things happen, because all these questions will come, how is this possible, how that can be done. So I said, just remember this one word, Yog Maya Upashritam. We are saying it, we are giving the caveat in the very beginning, so don't forget this. This is the reason. So what is this Yoga Maya? Sakritya Samadhanartham, means she can arrange everything. Things which look illogical, impossible, then know that this is by the grace of Yoga Maya. Why Yoga Maya? Yoga Maya Sviya Achinta Shakti Vrittim. So it is his inconceivable internal potency. And then Upashrita, the meaning, the word Upa means Adhika. So Uparardhe Harirguna, like that, Adhikarthena Upene Yuktat Saptami Bhakti. Upadhikyena Ashrita iti Swashrita Namapi Tam Ashrita iti Prayogat Tasyapi Atra Saubhagyadhik. So Krishna, who gives ashray to all his devotees, he is taking shelter of Yoga Maya. So here the Yoga Maya is also glorified. That she is also great, because it is with the help of Yoga Maya that he is going to do this pastime. So later on commentators explain, some say Yoga Maya is Radha, because there is no Rāsa-līlā without her taking shelter of Radha. Different meanings. So this is his commentary. We will stop here. Continue. So tomorrow it will be 8:30 if you want to join this. I have to give this one lecture on Ayurvedic personality test to some clients of Josika. She has sent the link on Jiva if anybody wants to attend. Anybody has any question? Sandeep?
Just one, this poisonous shower is used from Krishna's flute. So I'm not getting, because
Okay, that is okay. Just that is your homework. Take this as your homework. Find out why it is said like that. I already explained, but now you use your brain.
No, intoxication is maybe something else, but then poison is killing.
Not all poison kills. There is also different types of poisons. Okay, Raghava.
Okay, this is Pandit. Did I hear that this festivity lasted one night of Lord Brahma?
Yes.
That it lasted one night of Lord Brahma, the time,
Yeah,
the festivity
yeah.
lasted. So they feel like it was short time, but it was actually one kalpa.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Thank you, Pandit.
Okay, Purushottam.
When does the Kaisori is considered start? Kaisori age?
Kashora.
Isn't it after 10 years or something?
So there is Paganda up to 5, Balya, and then Paganda, and then Kashora. So I think Kashora is after 10.
Yes.
But Yogmaya can do anything.
Yes.
Just remember Yogmaya.
Because here even the feeling of karma doesn't come even at their age or anything. This is all Yoga Maya's arrangement.
Yes. Okay, Mohini.
Pranam Maharaj. What you mentioned at the last, about Yoga Maya, there are different opinions. Some say this is Radha, some say this. Is every opinion right, or is there one right and one wrong? Can you elaborate maybe something on this?
Everything is right.
Okay.
Everybody is right. because everything is possible. Okay, anyone else? Yeah.
One short question regarding the readings. In the last line of his Mangalacharan, no, not last line, the last one of the second last shloka. So, Sarvo Dvastam Ramam Api? Could it also be Rasam Api? That's how we have it?
I have only Rama here.
Okay. But
Rasam, what would that mean? You have Rasam? It says Raman. You have?
In addition here it has Ramam.
Yeah, it's Raman only. Rasam doesn't make sense.
In Krishna Sankar Sastri also it is Rama.
Yeah. Here also Ramam. This must be a mistake. Okay.